Hi guys, good morning everyone. How are you guys?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam. How are you guys? Weekend mode is start to you guys. It is already started for me, madam. But until you get a job, no weekend for you guys. Until you get a job, no weekend, guys. Every day is a weekday only. Are you agree with me or not? Guys, are you agree with me? So
Yes, sir.
you're not talking anything. So it means every day is a weekend for you. Perfect. So did you get chance to practice on GitHub? Anyone? Guys, did you get chance to practice it on GitHub or no? No practice.
Practice.
You practiced? Okay, perfect. Guys, why you are not practicing same day and same class? Guys, any reason? Why you guys are not doing practice same day? Please try to practice it, guys. Okay. Please try to practice it on the same day so that it will be easy for you guys. Okay, manual testing, I think mock interview we have done earlier. And yeah, now we are going to discuss about the automation testing related interview questions and all. Okay. Automation testing related interview questions we're going to discuss now. So almost we have prepared 114 questions are there which frequently asked. In the Java side, again, frequent questions we have. So Java side, we left with guys. I uploaded some more videos. Did you get chance to go through it? Like exception handling, I uploaded some videos and all. Guys, did you find those videos or no?
Yes, sir. They are there,
Sir,
sir.
what?
In Java.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in Java, I added another 4 videos. One is related to return type and remaining 3 are related to exception handling, how we do in Java. Okay. Is it clear, madam? Anybody completed all those 4 videos?
Yes, sir. They are clear. We can understand them.
Okay, you can understand, right? Very easy.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So today we're going to see about the some more interview questions. Okay, so in the Java, I mean in the Selenium side and all, interview questions will ask. Most of the questions we already discussed, and some more questions and all we yet to discuss. We'll see. Explain Maven life cycle. What all the phases are there in Maven, guys? What all the phases are there in Maven? Did you remember anyone? Validate is there. First, validate, compile. Okay, you're going to do you are going to test and install. Some phases are there, right? Those phases you need to talk about it. Okay, those phases you need to talk about it in Maven life cycle. So usually which command we have executed to run all our scripts? Maven clean test. So it is going to clean all our class file and it is going to perform the testing. You can give Maven clean install also. So it means it is going to install any other jars are not available and all, and then it will perform the test. So yeah, but testing point of view, we will give always Maven clean test. But other phases like validate, compile, test, install, deploy, some phases are there. Okay. Those phases you need to talk about it, Maven life cycle. How to deploy the code in GitHub. Okay, this I will tell you later. GitHub we have to do it right. How to deploy means, okay, how to deploy in the sense, how to put your code into a GitHub. Okay, GitHub already I showed you yesterday, and from Eclipse is pending that I will tell you. Okay, after then we will continue with the Jenkins part and all. Okay, so deploy the code in the sense how to put the code into a GitHub. Some commands I told you yesterday, like git clone command and git commit, git push, git add. So these commands are very enough for us to work with GitHub and all. Okay, which commands are you using in Maven? Mostly we are using which command, guys? Maven clean test we are using. Okay, clean means all the dot class files will be removed. Okay, and then it is going to perform the test executions. Which versions are you using in Selenium and Java? Java mostly we are using 1.8. Selenium is 3.141 version we are using. And at the end, I'm going to tell you all the latest features in Selenium 4. Now, recent version is Selenium 4, which is people started using from past 6 months. And before that, the stable version is 3.141. Okay, anyway, we're going to see the enhancements in Selenium 4 as well. Explain different weights in Selenium. What are all the different weights are there, guys? Guys, what are all the weights we have in Selenium? Implicit weight and explicit weight. Did you remember? What is implicit weight and what is explicit weight or WebDriver weight? Implicit weight applies to each and every element in the script. Driver dot, okay, manage dot, timeouts dot, implicitly weight you are giving. Okay, so 10 comma time unit dot seconds you are giving. Okay, that syntax they're going to ask you, and explicit weight also, like WebDriver weight equal to new WebDriver weight of driver comma 10 or 20, whatever it is. So wait dot until expected conditions dot. We have used all these, guys. Okay, that is about the explicit weight. And one more fluent weight is there that we'll see later. Okay, so implicit weight applies to each and every element in the script, but explicit weight is for the particular condition you want to use it. Then you need to go for explicit weight or WebDriver weight. Okay, which weight is fast and which weight is best to use in Selenium? So that depends. See, you want to apply some weight for the entire script, then you can go with implicit weight. Or you based on the condition you want to go, then you can go with WebDriver weight. Okay, so that depends. What is the difference between implicit and explicit weight, guys? Implicit weight applies to all the elements in the script. Explicit weight is only for that particular element. Okay, which type of issues we are facing in the automation testing? Guys, anybody guess it? Which type of issues we are facing in the automation testing? What all the generic issues we will get it?
Such element timeouts.
Yeah, so timeout exceptions you may get it. And I'm not talking about exceptions here. What type of issues you may get? So you may get you are doing the automation testing and see some elements may be changed, locators may be changed in the application. That leads to fail your test cases and all. Some functionality is changed, that is also leads to fail your test case. Okay, elements are changed, or timeout also. If time you have given 10 seconds, but it is taking more than that, then also your script will get failed. Okay, so these are all the generic issues we used to get while doing the automation testing and all. Okay, or you're looking for some data in Excel file which is not available, then also your test case will fail. You are trying to get some data from the properties files, but which is also not up to date, then also your script will fail because development team changed the URL. You are trying to target with the old URL in your properties file, that also your script will get failed. So these type of issues you may get while doing automation and all. How to handle drag and drop operation, 9th one. Guys, how to handle drag and drop in Selenium? Guys, these all questions they will ask you syntaxes. Please remember the syntax. Okay, you need to remember the syntax. In the interview and all, they will ask you the syntax to write it. Okay, so how to do the drag and drop? Which class we need to use?
Actions class.
Perfect. Actions class we need to use. You need to create an object to the actions class. Dot drag and drop will be there. Source and target you can provide. dot build dot perform, it is going to drag and drop from source to target. Okay, that syntax you need to remember. How to get the reports in Selenium? I told you so far two kind of reports. One is TestNG report, one is report NG report. But in real time, we are using extent reports that I'm going to cover in next week. Okay, extent report also we are using, that I will be covering in next week. Okay, fine. How to launch browser? How to launch browser, guys? How to launch browser? WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver or Firefox driver or whatever it is. Driver dot get URL you need to provide, and with that URL in that browser it is going to launch. Okay, why guys you are not answering basic questions also? And earlier you remember set property we have used, system
Yes,
dot
sir.
set property of we need to provide a Chrome driver path, but later on we enhanced that part with what?
Web manager driver equals.
Yeah, WebDriver manager dot Chrome driver dot setup. We have that automatically will take care. We no need to worry about versions and all. Okay, that part you need to tell to the interviewer. Okay, how many types of exceptions you faced? See this question, null pointer exception you may get it, or array index out of bound exception, element not found, no such element exception, and what else, guys? Window not found exception, alert not found exception, frame not found exceptions. So these are all the generic exceptions we may get it while doing the automation and all. Okay, so in the interview and all, they will question what all the different exceptions you faced in your project. Then you need to talk about all the 7-8 type of exceptions. Okay, yeah, no such alert exception, no such window exception. Okay, so null pointer exceptions, and what else, guys? Array index out of bound exception, number format exceptions. Okay, and yeah, so frequently these are all the exceptions we use to get it. Okay, and one more thing, stale element exception also you will get it, guys. Stale element exception, this is very, very important interview question. What is that? Stale element exception. What is that? Anybody heard about it? What is stale element exception? Stale element exception, even we did not get it, because stale element means you are trying to load the application. The application is loaded. Okay, application is loaded, but while loading the application, one element is present. For example, some element is there, but you perform some operations and then you are trying to click on some element. But at the time of your clicking on, element is not present. Okay, while loading the element was there, but at the time of you are performing some operation, element is not found. Element is not found in the DOM. DOM means HTML, guys. So while loading, that element was present, but while performing the action, that element is not present. Then see, if the element itself is not present, then you are going to get a no such element exception. But what I am saying, why you are getting stale element? What is the difference between no such element and stale element? No such element means the element not at all is present in the DOM. DOM means HTML. But stale element, when you will get it, it was there while loading, but at the time of your performing, that element was not there. Then you are going to get a stale element exception. Okay, so for that stale element exception, the solution will be you need to refresh the page again until that element present. You can refresh it. Okay, some exceptions. Then can you guess it how we can handle the stale element? As per your knowledge, if stale element you are getting, you cannot perform operation on it. Again, you need to start from beginning. Then how we can handle this? What feature we need to use to handle this?
Navigate, refresh.
Now, navigate, refresh is okay. Can we handle this with retry analyzer? What is retry analyzer is doing in TestNG? Guys, what retry analyzer is doing in TestNG? Retry analyzer, what it is doing? You want to execute your test case a number of times until it get passed. Okay, until it get passed, we are going to execute the script n number of times. Okay, what is the difference between invocation count and retry analyzer?
Invocation count will how many times you have given the number, but retry analyzer will
If it is
stop
passed,
whenever it find the element.
Retry analyzer will run until it get passed.
Yes.
Okay, invocation count doesn't care about pass or fail. It will run for a number of times. So we will put that code into the retry analyzer until it get passed. It will keep on run it. So this type of scenarios we can handle with retry analyzer. Okay, perfect. Jenkins, 13th Jenkins we have to start 13, 14, 15. 16th one. What is the use of dry run, guys? Dry run is something like, say, in the very beginning of the project, we will get test cases from the manual team. And those are test cases we are going to execute. Okay. This one I had to cover dry run part. Automation plan I'm going to tell you there. I will cover this. Leave about 16. 17th one. WebDriver driver equal to new WebDriver. What we are doing here? What we are doing here, guys? Can we create like this way? We cannot do that, guys, because WebDriver is an interface. That I will tell you later. I had to cover in the Java part. Yeah, even framework part also I had to cover. I will do that. So the 19th also, how to read the text file, 20th one. For reading any file and all, what we need to use, guys? File input stream or output stream?
put stream.
File input stream we need to use to read the file. Either it may be a Excel or text file, whatever it is. Okay. So to write it, we need to use the file output stream. Okay. Please check this question, guys, how it is happening and all. Explain the ways to pass the data in Selenium. What are the different ways we can pass the data in Selenium? We want to enter the data into the Selenium. How we can enter? Which method we are using?
Send keys.
Yeah, send keys, guys. Why you are not confident? Send keys is the method we are using, right? What is the other way we can enter the data? We can enter by using actions class also, right?
Sir.
Actions class also we can use. Robot also we can use to enter the data. Okay, perfect. How to pass the parameter in Maven? This later we will discuss. Is there 3 text fields are there? How to pass the values? 3 text fields are having same. Okay, 3 text fields are having same. Again, I'm going to cover at the end of the course all these questions. Then everything will be covered to you. Okay, so fine. So everything you can able to answer, but whatever the questions so far we discussed, those things I'm targeting now. Okay, so far we are having almost 114 questions are there, but we'll see. What are the questions we discussed so far that we will see now. 3 text fields are there. How to pass the values, guys? 3 are having same properties, let me assume. Then how you can pass the values? 3 are having same properties. Guys, if 3 are having same properties, why we need to worry? We have XPath, right? Indexing you can use in XPath and you can enter the data. Correct? Guys, are you understanding my point?
Yes, sir.
Guys, see, if 3 text fields are there, all are having same properties, same attributes, then how to enter the data, how to pass the values? That is what this question is. If 3 are having same attributes, might be, but in the hierarchy, those all are having different indexes, right? Index 1, index 2, index 3. So by
Yes, sir.
using indexes, we can enter the data into those fields. Okay. What is the difference between find element and find elements?
Find element is for single element.
Correct. Find element will return single element, elements will return multiple elements.
Multiple elements.
Perfect. Yeah, when it is returning multiple elements, where you are storing?
List.
Yeah, we are storing it into a list.
List.
Perfect. So how to handle drop downs? Okay. If selector drop down is there, how you can handle? Select s equal to new select of, just to provide the web element drop down locator, and s dot, different methods are there. Select by index, select by value, select by visible text. Okay, these three methods are available for us. Okay, so you want to get all the options and all, which method you are going to use? All the options from the drop down. Guys, all the options from the drop down, how you will get it?
Get options.
Yeah, get options method will be there. Guys, these all you need to refresh yourself, because these all questions they may ask you in the interview and all the syntaxes they're going to ask you. So what you can do is go to our Eclipse. Okay, I have already shared all the programs to you in the shared drive. Okay, go here. First download from the Google Drive all our framework, I mean all the projects which I have done so far. Go here and import open systems from the file system, import it into your Eclipse, try to execute it, check the syntaxes, prepare your own document for all the syntaxes and all. That in the interview and all, they're going to ask you all the syntaxes. You have to write it down. Okay, you have to write it down. I understand you understand all these concepts and all, but in the interview, they will care about syntaxes, how you are writing. That they will care more. Okay, so that is the reason, please. So note it down all the syntaxes and go through it every day and make it all the syntaxes are handy for you. Perfect. How to handle drop downs? Okay, perfect. So drop down contains values. So I want to print all those values. Drop down, what are the values are there? I want to print it out. So by using get options is returning what? What is the return type of a get options? Only one option or multiple options it is going to return. If multiple options are returning, what is the return type of this? You can store it into a list, all the. So you want to print all the values, you can iterate the list. One by one, you can iterate. And you can see how it is happening and all. So how to handle dynamic web elements, guys? Dynamic web elements. Okay, already we have seen here dynamic web elements, how we are handling. Okay, dynamic web elements, how we are handling, guys. So web table example is there. So you can see here, this is the dynamic. This is the dynamic XPath, right? Which we have written. See, here row number you are every time giving, column number you are giving. So this is the dynamic web element. Okay. You can handle by using indexes, you can handle the dynamic web elements. Perfect. So, or if something is changing, starting text is changing, ending text is changing, and only we are having some text is common is there, then how we can handle? Only some part of the text is common. Then which one in XPath we need to use? Okay, some part of the text is common, remaining everything is changing. Okay, then which one in XPath we can use? Guys.
Starts with.
No, yeah, starts with you can use, or you can use contains is there, right? Contains.
Yes,
Some
sir.
part of the text is common. You can use contains. This is the syntax. See, already you know these all syntaxes, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So or else you want to go with starts with, then you can use starts with also. Okay. Guys, these all questions. Why I'm spending this much time? You need to remember all these. Okay. How many type of locators are there? Which one you have to prefer most?
8 locators.
Yeah. What are all those, madam?
In name, ID, we mostly will see ID, name, class name.
Okay. Link text, partial link text,
Link text.
class name. Okay. CSS, XPath, tag name, all these locators are there. Okay. All these locators are there. Perfect. Okay. These are all the, what is the, which one you have to prefer most, guys? If ID will be there, you will prefer first ID only. Then name will be there, you prefer name only. And then remaining all the things are depends on our requirement. For any element you want to identify, you can write it by using XPath. Okay. Mostly in real time and all, we will use XPaths only. Yeah. If sometimes CSS also we can use it and all. That is the reason you need to know all the syntaxes of the XPath, guys. Perfect. Explain types of XPath syntaxes. You need to note it down, at least 5 to 6 syntaxes. All these, whatever I have given you syntaxes, these all syntaxes, you need to write it down. Okay. How it will work with text, how it will work with name and class name, indexing. Okay. Or this syntaxes or starts with, contains. Okay. And parent, child. These syntaxes I yet to cover some of them for you. I will do that. Okay. Like all these syntaxes you need to cover. Perfect. Explain types of methods in relative XPath. Relative XPath, guys. What is relative XPath, guys? What is absolute and what is relative XPath?
Double slash means absolute, single slash means absolute, double slash means relative.
Yeah. So you want to start from root element, HTML, then that is a absolute XPath, or you want to directly hitting the particular element by using double slash, that is the relative XPath. Okay, fine. Difference between CSS and XPath, major difference is like, I mean, if you remember reverse traversing.
Reverse, I know.
From child to parent.
Yeah, from child to
Yes,
parent,
sir.
you can navigate by using dot slash. Okay, or else one more syntax also is there. So that is not possible with the CSS. Okay, and contains is there in XPath, which is not there in CSS. Okay, so yeah, majorly these two are the differences, guys. Reverse traversing is not possible with the CSS and all. You cannot go back to your parent and all. That is the major difference. Okay, but one more difference is CSS is little bit faster than the XPath. Okay, and in the XPath we don't have ends with, but where in CSS we have ends with. Okay, fine. How to handle frames, guys? You want to switch from one frame to another frame. Few syntaxes we have discussed in the frames example. What are all the differences, guys? Let me go back to the frames example. You can see here. How to switch to the frame? Driver dot switch to dot frame. How to come out from the frame? Driver dot switch to dot default content. Similarly, you want to switch to different frames here. Okay, and or you want to go back to parent frame, or you want to go back to come out from all the frames. This is the syntax. Guys, are you recollecting all this?
Sir.
Okay, or you forgot everything? Guys, these things are very, very important, guys, because they're going to ask you all the syntaxes, how to do this and all. Please remember all the syntaxes and all. Okay, perfect. So next part is what, guys? What is the next part? See here, how to handle alerts and explain types of alerts with syntax. Okay, so alerts is very simple, guys. Two type of alerts you will get. One is your machine generated, which you cannot handle with Selenium because that is more related to Windows part, because Selenium automate only what? Web applications
Web
only.
elements.
So, yeah, web applications only. So Windows alerts we cannot handle. So coming to the our web application alerts, how we can handle, how to accept it? Driver dot switch to dot alert dot accept. How to dismiss it? Driver dot switch to dot alert dot dismiss. Okay, or you want to enter some data? Driver dot switch to dot alert dot send keys you can use to enter the data into the alert box. Okay, that is how you can work with the alerts. How to handle the windows in Selenium, guys? How to get all the windows, all the open windows? How to get it? Driver dot get window handles we need to use to get all the windows. Sir, everything I told you here. Okay, go to Windows example. See everything, driver dot get window handle. It will give you the parent handle. Or you want to get all the windows, driver dot get window handles. It will give you all the windows. Usually we will get it in set. I'm converting here set to the list for our easy purpose and all. Okay. So every program I told you here, If you are aware of all these concepts and everything, sorry, then you can able to perform, answer most of the questions and all. Okay, perfect. In Windows, we are open in that I have to go and click on some element in the second window, explain the process. So very simple. You have two windows, guys. One window, you are clicking on something, it is opening new window. And in that new window, you want to perform some operation. How you can do that? Guys, 45 and 45th question, this question and this question both are same. You want to switch between windows. How you can do that? You want to go back to your parent window, or you want to go back to your second window or third window? How you can do that?
Get window handles.
Yeah, get window handles, you will get it. So all the windows are going to get it into a set. Okay, then you will get each window and navigate to that particular window. Driver dot switch to that window, and you can provide either window ID or name. You can provide. That's it. Page factory framework I had to cover. Explain TestNG framework. What are all the different things you can do with TestNG? Same questions again, end of the course, I'm going to take it up. Then you should be in the position answer each and every question. Okay, so fine. So explain TestNG framework, guys. What is that?
We can run multiple test cases, group the test cases.
Correct. You can set the priority for the test cases. You can set the order of the execution as well. You can retry the test cases if it is failed. Okay, and what else? You can provide, you can get the data driven kind of thing by using data provider. You can control the execution, what methods to run, what methods not to run by using TestNG.xml. You can perform the parallel execution by using TestNG. Okay, you can run multiple tests parallelly. Okay, you can run multiple tests parallelly. What else? By using, you can use listeners as well in TestNG to take the screenshots and all. You can take the reports as well by using report-ng. Guys, are you getting my point? These are all the different things we are going to get with TestNG and all. You can set the groups as well. You want to run particular group test cases and all, you can do that by using TestNG. Okay, all these things, guys, all these things you're going to get it. What is the use of Selenium grid? I yet to cover. I will do that. How to handle this? In 100 test cases, we have to execute 30 test cases only. How to handle this? In TestNG. In TestNG, we have 100 test cases, but we have to execute only 30 cases only. How to handle this? By using?
Exclude.
Yeah, include, exclude you can use in your TestNG.xml, and you can execute whatever the test cases you want. That's it. So similar case here also. 10 test cases are there. You have to execute only one test case, then make it, yeah. So you can exclude remaining all and you can run it. Very simple. Difference between pom.xml and testng.xml. TestNG.xml contains what, guys? Your tests will be there. Okay, each test, what are all the classes we need to run and all. But whereas pom.xml contains what, guys? All the dependencies will be there along with Surefire plugin and compiler plugin, where we used to provide the TestNG.xml over there to run it. Okay, that is the part of it, pom.xml and TestNG.xml. So TestNG.xml will invoke the test cases, pom.xml will build the project. Okay, building means like any dependency not available, it is going to download all the jars for us. Okay, it will check each and every jar is available or not. If not there, it will try to download it. Sorry. Yeah, that part is taken care by the pom.xml. We have 3 test cases in that. I have given first test case priority as 1 and third test case given priority as -1. And second one, I am not given any priority. So what is this one, guys? 3 test cases are there. First test case, 1 priority value is 1. Second test case priority value is -1. And third test case priority value is -1. Second test case, we don't have any priority. Then which order it is going to run?
First, it's a third
Minus
test,
one, sir.
-1.
Okay.
Next, execute the first test case.
First test case means what is the priority?
-1, sir.
So first -1, second one 0, then 1.
Perfect. So that is how it will look. Guys, why you are not confident while answering? So first test case, whatever the lower value, -1. Other test case, which doesn't, you have not provided any priority, then default priority will be 0.
Yes, sir.
If you're not provided any priority, the priority will be 0. So 0 priority test case will be executed, and then priority 1 will be executed. That's it. Okay. Explain components in Selenium. Different components. Guys, only one component we have learned so far, that is Selenium WebDriver. One more component, Selenium Grid, is there, which we are going to discuss in next week. Okay, perfect. How to upload and download the file using browser? Upload and download. File upload. What are all the different scenarios we learned? One with robot class, I showed you how to do the file upload. Another one I showed you with what? Auto IT we have seen. Okay, auto IT we have seen how to upload and all. Download and all, we don't need to worry much, because once you click on download, it will be downloaded into your machine. Somewhere, whatever the default downloaded path will be there. That path we need to use to work with whatever the operations you want to perform on that and all. Okay. See, this is the interview question which I told you. How to handle stale element reference exception. What is the reason for occurring this exception? Stale element, everybody clear? What is that? At the time of browser loading, the element was present, but at the time of performing the operation, the element is not present. Then you are going to get a stale element. Then you will not get no such element. Then you will get stale element. If element is not at all present even while loading and while performing, then you will get no such element. But while loading, the element was there, but at the time of your performing, the element is not present, then you are going to get a stale element exception. Okay. How to handle that? You can put it into a refresh, and you can run n number of times same test case, or you can use retry analyzer to run that particular test case for n number of times. So these are all the two ways you can handle that. Okay, very simple. So what is the use of GitHub and how to push the code into GitHub? Guys, yesterday only we have seen what is the use of it.
GitHub is a workspace. We push the code into central repository.
Yeah, how to push the code? Very simple, guys. Three commands I think we have executed. Git add the star, git commit minus some message. Okay. And then git push command we have used to push the code into GitHub. So you need to remember all these syntaxes, guys. Okay, you need to remember all these syntaxes. Perfect. How to handle merge conflict issues, I will tell you later. Here push duplicate code here, then retrieve and push the correct code. So how to handle this process? This one also I will tell you. How to clone code from GitHub to Eclipse. This also we're going to cover. What is the use of Jira and how explain Jira to? This is manual interview question, but okay. Jira is for what, guys? Agile management and the test management you're going to perform with Jira tool. Okay. You can maintain the Agile storyboard and you can have the test cases and test case results, bugs, everything we are going to maintain it into a Jira tool. Explain the day-to-day activities in your project. Okay. What are all the different activities you do in your project? What are the activities we can do, guys? As automation tester, do you think what are the daily activities? First, tell me, manual tester, what are all the activities? Understanding the requirement, writing the scenarios, writing the test cases. If any queries will be there on the requirement, send a mail to the BA or product owner, talk to them. Okay, continue with the writing the test cases part and all, and then we are going to get the ONM overnight meeting. As I told you, right? We used to get ONM from the development team. They will showcase the application to us. If we are fine, then we will accept it and we will continue with the major testing. We'll perform functionality testing, integration testing, system testing for those particular stories. Yeah, if release is there in one sprint, you need to perform the complete regression testing, or 2-3 sprints, one release will be there at the end. You need to perform the complete regression testing. Okay, and keep on the reports and everything to the client as well, and the defects reports or test execution reports and all. Okay, and attending the daily scrum calls and updating your updates and all over there. Okay, these are all the more of manual testing related responsibilities, guys. And coming to the automation responsibilities, guys, what will be there? Automation responsibilities, what will be there, guys? Automation responsibilities like get the test cases from the manual team, all the regression test cases, go through those test cases, any questions, anything, you can talk to manual team. Okay, once test cases are ready, you need to execute all those test cases to understand the application functionality. Okay, and then if it is project is from scratch, you need to work on the framework side. If already framework is there, you need to understand that framework. On daily basis, you need to get whatever the test cases for a particular story, you need to automate those test cases, align with the framework, and at the end of the day, execute those scripts, and you need to push all those changes into GitHub and raise a PR request. I will show you how to raise a PR. Raise a PR request to your lead or manager to review your scripts. Okay, so yeah, so and whenever there is a regression testing, just execute all our scripts and analyze the results. If failures will be there, raise the bugs to the development team and all, and sending all these regression testing reports to the client as well. Okay, or preparing any test data will be there for our automation. You need to prepare the data. Okay, so more of these are all the responsibilities will be there as an automation tester. That's it. Okay, when we can write the test cases, guys, this is also more of a manual testing question. That's fine. Where we can write the test cases, we will write the test cases in Excel, and we will export those test cases into Jira. See, I explained you very clearly how to export and all. Did you remember, guys? Did you remember how to export the test cases and all? We have seen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, perfect. So how to run the multiple test cases at a time? What we need to use? It means multiple test cases at a time means parallel. How we can run parallel? I showed you like how to run it on all 3 browsers parallelly. Did you remember? See this? Groups. See, parallel, guys. I can see here suite level I have given tests, thread count 3. It means that all these three tests are going to run parallelly. This is parameter which we have, what we have given Chrome. This parameter is classes. This parameter is Firefox. This parameter is Edge. So all the 3 browsers, it is going to run parallelly, right? All the 3 browsers, it is going to run parallelly. So that is how we need to do the, how we can test cases run multiple test cases at a time. What are the frameworks? Frameworks I had to cover. Guys, one more question is there. See here, under test case are there, 80 are passed, 20 are failed. Then how we can run only failed test cases and all? Very, very important entry question. You can see here. How we can rerun the only failed test cases, guys. How we can rerun the failed test cases only. Okay. Anybody, guys? How we can run only failed test cases? See, can you able to see here one XML is there? Where it is? Go to your project. Okay. Go to your project. So in your project, test output is there. So whatever the test cases are failing, automatically this XML file will be created. For the failed test cases, automatically this XML file will be created. Just you need to run this XML file. TestNG fail.xml will be automatically created after your execution is completed. Okay, all the failed test cases will be here. So just you need to run this TestNG fail.xml, automatically it will run all the failed test cases and all. Okay, that is what this question talks about. Okay, you want to run only failed test cases, then how you can run, guys? Go to the test output, you can able to see TestNG fail.xml. Automatically it will be generated by the TestNG. You can run only that file, then it will cover all running the failed test cases and all. Okay, how do you integrate test cases with automation? How do you integrate test cases with automation? I'm not clear about this question, what you are asking. How do you integrate test cases? No, why we need to integrate test cases with automation? So I don't think this question is relevant. Explain your framework. GitHub flow. Guys, framework part under, again, all these questions at the end of the session, you should be in the position to answer most of them. Okay. So yeah, if any question I did not cover, then we will try to do this. These are all the essential questions. If you are able to answer all these questions and all, fine. You should be in the position to crack the interview. Okay. But you need to remember the syntaxes. And also I had to cover Java questions also. These are all the Java questions are there. We'll see. Once the entire Java is completed, then we will see. These are all the different programs they may ask you in the interview and all. We'll see this part also. Okay, fine. So the next part, coming to the automation and all. See, framework, I will tell you. GitHub workflow, guys. What is the GitHub workflow? First, in our local, it will be there. First, you need to add them into the local staging environment. From staging environment to unit, you need to add them into what? Local repository. Okay. First, staging environment, what command you are adding? Git add star. From there, you want to add it into what? Local repository that you are doing git commit -m and your message. From local repository, you want to push your changes to remote repository. Then git push command you are using, git push origin master. Okay. These are all the essential commands to work with GitHub and all, guys. That is the workflow. How do you schedule your test cases in Jenkins? That we are going to discuss it on Monday. Explain BDD framework. Yes, we're going to cover that part as well. Form also. Okay. Guys, how do you get data from Excel into, guys, at the end of the sessions, end of the course, I will take same Excel, then you should be in the position to answer each and every question. Okay, don't worry about that. Still, we are in the middle of the training. It will take some more sessions to answer all these questions. Okay, fine. How do you read data? How do you read data from Excel into your automation? Guys, we have already seen that part. Okay.
Data providers.
Now, how do you read the data? Which libraries you need to use? Excel, guys, how to read the data from the Excel? That is what I'm asking. Which libraries we need to use to read the data from the Excel? Now, where I have covered the Excel part? Apache Py libraries, guys. You remember or not? Apache Py libraries. See, you can go to this pom.xml and see what libraries we have added. See, these are all the 2 libraries we added to work with Apache Py. Apache Py and PyOOXML. These 2 are used for to read the data from the Excel. Okay. I think I have used somewhere here only Excel examples. Now, where we covered the Excel examples, guys? No, somewhere here only we covered, right? To read the data from the Excel and all. You can check it out, guys. These all are available with you. See Excel example here, it is there, right? Yeah. So how we are reading, guys? So file input stream, you are taking the path of your Excel file. And from there, you are loading you are creating you are getting the workbook from this file. and you are getting the sheet and rows and columns, all these you are getting. Okay. So, and one more example also we have seen somewhere, like data provider, I think we have used Excel to read the data and all. You can carefully understand here. We are reading, guys. So which sheet you want to get it and all. And from that sheet, you're going to get the row count, column count, and everything. You are looping and trying to get the data and all from here. This data provider, you are providing it to the data provider here. So n number of records in this Excel, it is going to run that many number of times. Okay. So that is how we have used. Perfect. Explain parameterization. What is parameterization, guys? In TestNG, parameters we are passing, right? How the TestNG is passing the parameters and all. Did you remember how we are passing the parameters in TestNG? See, this is how you are passing the parameters. Parameter will be there. How you are accessing this value? How you are accessing this value, guys? Parameterization. How you are accessing this value? Very simple. You are accessing this value by using, you are going to write the before suit and after suit, or before method, after method. So if there are test parameters of, you can access this value and all. Okay, perfect. So yeah, some of the question, which one is first priority, -1 or 0? Guys, which one is first priority for us?
-1.
Okay, whatever is lower will be there, that is the priority for us. Okay, yeah. Perfect. What else, guys? Without priority, how test cases will execute? If you are not
By
giving any priority, then how it will execute?
Alphabetical order.
Alphabetical order. What is tail element exception? Just now, in the beginning of the session, I told you, right? When element was not present, but it was present at the time of loading the application, then you are going to get a tail element. Two ways you can handle. One way is you can refresh the page and check for the particular element, or the second way is you can put it into a retry analyzer, and until you get that element, it will continue the execution. Fluent wait, I yet to cover. I will do that. And these all are related to Java part questions. We'll see later. Maven phases. You know, how do you test multiple windows? Already you know. In the table web element is present for that, how you can write the XPath. Okay, in the table, see, I showed you one example, right? Web table example we have seen. In the table, some element is present, then how you are going to write the XPath? This is how you can write the XPath. Okay, you're going to provide the row and the column, and you can, this is the dynamic XPath, guys. In the runtime, it is going to change, right? For each row, column, the XPath will be changing. So this is more of a dynamic XPath. Okay, how to read the data from Excel, already I showed you. What is data provider? What is the use of data provider, guys? What is the use of a data provider? You want to run n number of times based on your data. Okay, your data need to drive your test. If data 100 will be there, your test need to run 100 times. Okay, so your data need to drive the test execution, then you need to go with the data provider. You can provide as the input of the data. So in the data provider will returns what? What is the return type of a data provider? What is the return type of a data provider?
Object type.
Yeah, object type. Thank you. Object type is the return type of a data provider. Okay, perfect. How to read property file? Already we have seen. How to read the property file, guys? How to read the properties files in the Selenium properties files where I have created. See, properties example, you can see here. So what you are doing, file input stream, as I told you, for reading properties file you are loading, and by using get property, you are reading all the data. Okay, like this way you can work with the properties files. Okay, perfect. How to handle proxy? Now this later we will discuss. I think I need more details about this. Enter your framework folder structure. This one also we're going to cover later. Okay, so like this way, these are all the very frequent interview questions they're asking. Okay, Similarly, we have Java questions also. These are all the Java questions. Okay, we are going to cover. I'm going to cover all these, each and every question you should be in the position to answer. Okay, please wait for some more days. You will be in the position to answer. Perfect. Okay, this document I will be sharing with you. Please try to go through it. These are all the some frequently asked Java interview questions. Okay, so these questions you can find it out and try to go through it, guys. Okay, like this way we can work with the similarly SQL interview questions. What are all the different questions they will ask you and all. Similarly, generic questions. These all are generic questions. Okay, yeah. So this document I'm going to share with you. Please try to go through it. All the manual, automation, Java programs, SQL, general. This is the up to date. Based on my experience, I have prepared this document and all. Okay, based on my experience, if you are able to answer all these questions, see, I'm giving you the confirmation like you can able to crack the interview like anything. Okay, but you need to know whatever is there in this document, every question you need to know the answer, how the things are happening and all. Okay, please remember all the syntaxes and everything. Okay, if you did not remember the syntaxes also, then it is not easy for you guys. Okay, then it is not easy for you guys. So please try to remember the syntaxes as well. So then it will be very easier for you guys. Okay, fine guys. So that's all for today's guys. So let me upload, please check it out our Google Drive today and tomorrow. I will try to upload some of the videos on Java part into our shared drive so that we will see any questions, anything, you can always send a mail to me or we'll discuss on Monday session. Okay, right guys, any other questions, anything for today? Please try to go through all these questions, guys. Whatever the questions I explained you so far, all these questions you have, most of the questions you have the answers with you only. Okay, yeah, so please try to go through it, and remaining questions whatever we could not, so framework part is pending. So after the frameworks you can able to answer most of the questions on Jenkins and all these things. Okay, perfect guys. Any other questions before wrapping up for today? Okay guys, then thank you so much. See you on Monday. Thank you. Happy weekend guys.